Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Surabhi Sharma. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 12th of September. Terrorism can delay us but cannot stop us, says Afghanistan's CEO in India. High alert in India's Jammu and Kashmir after a suspected terrorist fire on security forces. And death toll rises to more than 60 in explosion in eastern Afghanistan. And now for all the details, Afghanistan's Chief Executive Officer Abdullah on Wednesday said terrorism is a menace and humanity should join hands in order to address this challenge. He made the remarks after inaugurating the annual India-Afghanistan International Trade and Investment Show in India's financial capital, Mumbai.
Afghanistan's Chief Executive Officer Abdullah, along with top US and Indian officials on Wednesday, inaugurated the second annual India-Afghanistan International Trade and Investment Show in India's financial capital, Mumbai. While addressing the opening ceremony, Abdullah said, terrorism is a menace and humanity should join hands in order to address this challenge. He stated terror attempts by militants can bring delay in prosperity in Afghanistan but cannot stop it. He expressed hope that the exhibitions will develop the trade and economic relations between Afghanistan, India and the other countries in the world.
As intra-regional trade hovers around 6% and cross-border investment flows are weak. This calls for connected efforts to deepen trade and investment linkages in the region. As such, it's important to take Afghanistan's geo-economic potentials in land bridge connectivity for regional trade, transit, transport into account and harness it as a hub and driver of economic growth.
He added that providing a more secure environment and protecting foreign investment are key objectives of the Afghan government. The 4-day exhibition sponsored by USAID will showcase Afghan businesses representing sectors such as education, healthcare, textile, gems and jewelry, transportation and energy. It aims to help develop economic ties between Afghanistan and international markets and further advance trade integration.
A high alert was sounded on Wednesday in parts of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province after suspected militants fired on security personnel on a national highway. Security in and around important and strategic establishments was also increased.
Security forces launched massive cordon and search operations after suspected militants opened fire on police personnel on a national highway in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Wednesday. Senior security officials said police personnel posted at a checkpost on the highway signalled a truck to stop, but it sped away. The truck was intercepted by a police team after a chase at Jajjar Kotli, and the suspected militants fired on them from the vehicle before fleeing. However, the driver and the conductor of the truck were taken into custody.
एक नाका लगा था जिसको एक ट्रक ने सरपास किया. सब्सिक्वेंटली उस नाके के बाद उसको एक पर्टिकुलर मुकाम पे रोका गया. तो सर्च के दौरान उसमें से फायर आया. तो उसके बाद हमारा जो है रिस्पांस मैकेनिज्म जॉइंट जो है आर्मी सीआरपीएफ एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट पुलिस का वो शुरू हो गया है. सर्चेस हैव बीन स्टार्टेड.
India accuses neighbouring Pakistan of regularly arming and infiltrating terrorists across the border to spread unrest in Kashmir Valley. Pakistan denies the allegations.
An overcrowded bus plunged into a deep gorge in India's southern Telangana province, killing at least 57 people and injuring several on Tuesday. The road accident was one of the worst in the country this year.
An overcrowded bus plunged into a gorge in India's southern Telangana province on Tuesday, killing at least 57 people and injuring several in one of the worst road accidents in the country this year. The bus that fell into the gorge was part of the state-run network and was returning from a hilltop temple carrying 94 passengers. As per reports, The driver lost control of the bus and it skidded off the road and fell into the valley. Police rescued the injured with the help of locals and rushed them to the hospitals. They also pulled out bodies from the mangled remains of the bus. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi took to Twitter to express his condolences over the loss of lives in the accident and prayed for the quick recovery of the injured. Authorities said medical assistance is being provided to the injured. The provincial government has announced an ex gratia of 500,000 rupees to the families of each of the deceased.
Moving on, posters have been put up in front of the UN office in Geneva, highlighting the grim issue of enforced disappearances of activists and minorities by Pakistan. The move aims to seek UN help to put pressure on Pakistan to end the ongoing gross human rights violations by its security and intelligence agencies.
The European Organization for Pakistani Minorities, a non-government organization, has put up banners in front of the United Nations office in Geneva to highlight the grim issue of enforced disappearances by Pakistan. The organization claims several political activists and intellectuals from Sindh, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Pakistan-administered Kashmir have been falsely booked under the Anti-Terrorism Act and forcefully abducted by the Pakistan Army and intelligence agencies. The NGO seeks the help of the UN to send a fact-finding team to Pakistan and help release the victims of enforced disappearances who are allegedly lodged in secret detention centers. Hoardings have also been put up across Geneva city to highlight the persecution of Christian minority in Pakistan. Several activists have also raised concern in the past, blaming that innocent people from religious and ethnic minorities are being subjected to torture, killings and enforced disappearances for raising their voices in the country.
In news from Afghanistan, a death toll in suicide bombing in Afghanistan's eastern Nangarhar province rose to at least 68 on Wednesday. The suicide attack targeted a protest demanding the dismissal of a local police commander on Tuesday.
More than 65 persons were killed and several were wounded in Tuesday's suicide bombings in Afghanistan's Nangarhar province, confirmed the Public Health Department on Wednesday. The incident happened after a suicide bomber targeted a protest demanding the dismissal of a local police commander on the highway between the eastern city of Jalalabad and the main border crossing into neighboring Pakistan. The blast dispersed the crowd, but more people gathered after the explosion to continue the protest. Nangarhar, one of the main strongholds of the Islamic State militant fighters since early 2015 in Afghanistan, has been one of the most volatile regions this year, with a string of suicide bombings and attacks on its capital, Jalalabad. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack, although the Taliban issued a statement denying involvement.
Moving on to news from Nepal, a Madhesi lawmaker in Nepal's parliament, Parmila Kumari, has demanded for fulfillment of commitments made by the Oli government to amend the constitution. The main concern of all Madhis-based parties in Nepal has always been the rights of Madhesis in the constitution through its amendment, but it has still not been implemented.
Member of Nepal's upper house and a representative from the Federal Socialist Forum, Pramila Kumari, has demanded for fulfillment of commitments made by Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli to amend the constitution. While addressing the parliament on Tuesday, Kumari recalled the Prime Minister's commitment over the amendment and further questioned his intention over treatment of the disgruntled Madhesis as non-citizens. The main concern of all Madhes-based parties in Nepal have always been the rights of Madhesis in the constitution through its amendment.
Human Development Index ma पछि परेका समुदाय मधेसी, जनजाति, आदिवासी, दलित, महिला, मुस्लिम, थारू का हक हितमा संविधान निश्चित रूपले संशोधन गर्छु भन्ने प्रतिबद्धता उहाँले जाहेर गर्नु भएको थियो। तर अहिलेसम्म हाम्रो प्रधानमन्त्रीज्यूले कुनै किसिमको चासो देखाउनु भएको छैन।
Nepal promulgated its first ever federal parliament in September 2015, prompting widespread protests in the southern plains of the Himalayan nation. The constitution, which was burnt by the Madhesa-based parties, witnessed bloodshed with deaths over 100 protesters when KP Sharma Oli was in power.
The Horticulture Department in India's Jammu and Kashmir province has launched an online portal for the benefit of nursery growers. The horticulture industry is the backbone of the province's economy, contributing billions of rupees from the export of the fruits to the other parts of the country and abroad.
With an objective of boosting the horticulture sector in India's Jammu and Kashmir province, the Horticulture Department has started an online portal for the benefit of nursery growers. The online portal would help growers in getting their nurseries registered and also purchasing plants online from the department while sitting in the comfort of their homes. They would also get the information regarding different types of programs being launched by the government to boost the horticulture sector in the province.
आज के दिन तक उनको मैन्युअली हमारे नर्सरी रजिस्ट्रेशन के ऑफिसर के पास आना पड़ता था, वहाँ पे अप्लाई करना पड़ता था। तो इसमें बहुत सारा प्रोसीजर है एक नर्सरी के रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए, लेकिन अब घर बैठे वो आदमी जो है ऑनलाइन अप्लाई भी कर सकता है, उसकी रजिस्ट्रेशन जो है वो ऑनलाइन उसको सर्टिफिकेट भी मिल सकती है।
तो उनको जो एक्चुअल स्टॉक है, सपोज अगर किसी को स्टॉक चाहिए होगा, उनको जो एक्चुअल स्टॉक रहेगा वो उनको ऑनलाइन ही अवेलेबल रहेगा।
The government has asked all the nursery growers to register themselves with the department for availing the benefits of the online portal. The horticulture industry in the valley is the backbone of the province's economy, contributing billions of rupees from the export of fruits to other parts of the country and abroad.
An artist in India's western Mumbai city has featured in the India Book of Records and the unique World Records book for making a portrait of Indian warrior king Chhatrapati Shivaji using 14,000 Rudraksh beads.
Chetan Raut, an artist based in India's western Mumbai city, on Tuesday created a mosaic portrait of legendary Hindu warrior king Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj by using 14,000 Rudraksha beads. The artist has featured in India's Book of Records and the unique world record for the 5th time for his artworks. The portrait has been displayed in one of Raut's friend's house in Dadar area of Mumbai so that people can come anytime and witness the art without paying any fee.
और ये 14,000 रुद्राक्ष से बनाया गया है, इसमें 28 कलर्स के शेड है और ये जो पोर्ट्रेट्स है 40,000 रुद्राक्ष के साथ हर एक रो बनाई गई है 110 लाइंस की। और मैं इसके लिए कोई भी ड्राइंग नहीं करता, मैं मोज़ाइक पोर्ट्रेट्स करता हूँ, पिक्सल आर्ट के साथ साथ टेक्नोलॉजी का भी उतना यूज़ करता हूँ। मैं कोई भी ड्राइंग नहीं करता और विदाउट ड्राइंग ये पोर्ट्रेट मैं बनाता हूँ और ये मैं चाहता हूँ कि भारत में सबसे पहले पोर्ट्रेट बन रहा है और वर्ल्ड में अभी तक हुआ नहीं था।
Chhatrapati Shivaji was an Indian warrior king revered for his legacy as a great hero among Hindus. He is known for his alliances, war and conquests against the Mughal Empire and various provinces along with the foreign powers like the British, French and Portuguese.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on southasianewsline.com. You can also visit us on facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.